The Washington Wizards have flipped this switch and have become a better team before the All-Star break. As a result, they're just a few games away from possibly making the play-in tournament or possibly making it to the 8th seed. Maybe because Beal has been named to his first All-Star starter nod, Westbrook is finally playing like a true point guard, or because the two stars had a team meeting recently to talk about how to get better. With that said, the team is still bad and won't be winning a ring anytime soon. That's why in this video, we'll talk about a potential Bradley Beal trade to the Golden State Warriors, why he's a great fit playing in that system, and with Steph and Curry. But before that, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and smash that notification bell to get updates on my latest NBA content. I'm not going to talk about possible trade scenarios on how the team could get him because I already discussed that in my past video, should the Golden State Warriors trade for a star to pair up with Steph. Instead, I'll talk about what skill set he can bring to help catapult the Warriors to the next level. So make sure to watch until the very end to find that out. With how the Warriors are playing right now, they can't wait on a rookie while Steph Curry is still in his prime. We're just counting down the days to hear that announcement of Woj. The Washington Wizards have traded Bradley Beal. Even though the Warriors have been playing exceptional basketball as of late, they're still hovering near the middle to bottom of the Western Conference. Unless Klay makes a miraculous recovery, they're going to have a hard time contending in the Western Conference. The best action plan for the Warriors is to make a trade for Bradley Beal. But what could he possibly give that the Warriors don't have right now? Number 1, shooting and scoring ability. Let's start off with shooting and scoring ability. Outside of Steph and Curry, who can the Warriors rely on to be consistent night in and night out to shoot the ball? Wiggins? Oubre? Let me know in the comments section who, so I can explain to you nobody is going to help him shooting-wise. However, acquiring Bradley Beal will definitely help them in that department. Beal is shooting 50% from the field and 33% from three. The three-point percentage is not Steph-like, he's at 42%, but he's still a threat shooting from behind the line. The most help he can provide for the Warriors is definitely from the field. The Warriors are not a good team shooting from inside the line. When Steph goes out for a break during games, they don't have someone they can rely on to score the ball consistently. Beal is the leading scorer in the NBA with 33 points per game, and his ability to score the ball compares to KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Yes, it's still hard to believe those three are on the same team. With Bradley Beal on the Warriors, he gives them a go-to scorer when Steph goes out of the game. You can run the offense with him on the floor, and he can get his own shot out of offensive sets similar to Klay Thompson. Number 2, playmaking ability. Not only is Bradley Beal an elite scorer, he's also an improved playmaker for his teammates. This may not be his highest average per game for assists, he's at 4.8, compared to last year where he averaged 6.1 assists per game, but he's still an effective playmaker. With this year's Wizards, though, the only playmaker they have is Russell Westbrook. If somehow the Warriors could acquire Beal this season, he would be a huge relief for Curry playmaking-wise. It gives an added dimension to their game because, like Klay, he can shoot the ball, but what Klay lacks is playmaking ability. The Warriors don't have a reliable ball handler other than Curry and Green. Green makes plays, but is not a threat scoring the ball. While Curry is a good playmaker, he sometimes showboats too much, thus turning the ball over in critical points of the game. Sorry, Warriors fans, I know that 2016 finals still stings. He has said in the past he hates the label scorer and would prefer to be called a playmaker. I kind of hate the label of just being known as a shooter because that's one-dimensional, Beal told Jerry Brewer of the Washington Post. That's all you're known for. I want to be considered as a playmaker, a guy who can put the ball on the floor and create shots for himself as well as for his teammates. At this time, Wall was still with the Wizards, but was hampered by injuries. That's why he had to make plays for his teammates. But when he became a better playmaker, his peers and the league recognized him now as an all-star. Number 3, go-to guy in the clutch. Beal, as a starter for the Wizards, gets the majority of his playing time in the first and fourth quarter, as bench players typically play in the second and third quarter. The closer the game, the more the team needs him in the fourth. Bradley Beal's PPM, or points per minute, is significantly higher in the fourth. Just an example of how good he is in the clutch is the earlier game against the Nets, where they went on an 8-0 run with 12.3 seconds left. Yes, Westbrook made a three, but did you see how confident Beal was? After inbounding the ball, pulling up almost 3 feet from behind the three-point line, nothing but net. Plus, he made the 2 free throws again to seal the game. If he did that for the Warriors, they would have more wins by now. If you watched the Warriors game against the Hornets just recently, they were up by 2 with just a few seconds left. No Steph and Curry, and they choked the game. Okay, Green was ejected and the refs basically gave the win to the Hornets, but if Beal were playing for them, they wouldn't have to rely on players like Wiggins, Oubre, or Green to close games. Number 4. Defense. Beal's a respectable defender. Although he's nowhere near the level of Clay, he doesn't lack the effort. Beal this season is averaging 1.4 steals per game, his second highest since the 2018-2019 season. It doesn't show that he's good because the Warriors are bad defensively. Remember that "can't guard a parked car" statement? But if he gets to play with defenders like Oubre, Green, and Wiggins, he gets to focus on offense more. Could you imagine a lineup of Curry, Beal, Clay, Green, and a 5? A respectable center who could protect the rim and shoot the ball from the perimeter? They would be a juggernaut offensively. Number 5. Steph Curry is not getting younger. Like I said earlier, the Warriors can't afford to waste Steph's prime right now. James Wiseman looks poised to become a star in this league, but it will take some time because he is just a rookie. By the time he blossoms into a star, Curry's prime will be done. Wiseman and Green both playing together, who are both inconsistent from 3 in Kerr's motion offense, they can't afford to have 2 players who aren't threats to shoot from 3. And just like any young big man, he's still learning to play defense at the NBA level, and by the time he gets to adjust to the NBA, Curry, Green, Thompson will be past their primes. Drafting Wiseman to play against bigs like AD and Jokic is unfair for the kid given that he's only 19 years old. And although Wiseman can definitely be a star in the league, the Wizards would probably want him in any deal for Beal. If the Warriors could get Bradley Beal, they would be as explosive as the Nets but less redundant on defense because of Draymond. Golden State has to live in the moment and not think about the future. Its top priority is to make sure Curry is happy. He can't be happy if the team exits in the first round. A Warriors versus Nets finals matchup would be a treat for basketball fans and more revenue for the NBA. What are your thoughts about the potential of Beal joining the Warriors? Do you think they could win the title if Beal were to pair up with Green and Stephen Curry? Tell us what you think in the comments down below. And once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to watch out for the best NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my previous video on a Zach LaVine trade to the Los Angeles Lakers. Thanks for watching.